Shalom, shalom. February 23rd, 2022. I should know what it is since yesterday was 22. Triple vision. We've already gone through that. That was 20. Now we in triple wisdom. And this is the time that you need to have your eyes open. Not your physical eyes, but your spiritual eyes and your spiritual ears open. Because the angels are talking. God is talking. And he wants to speak to you. Okay? So many things are moving so rapidly that this is the shaking that the Most High talked about. That once again he will shake the earth. I'm paraphrasing. He will shake the heavens and the earth. How was he doing that? Right off the bat. Yesterday. Most of you probably ain't not even listening to Joe Biden in his speech. What he said. I'm paraphrasing what he said, but this is the gist of it. What in the name of the Lord gives Putin the right to go into Ukraine? Think about this. You're going to invoke the title of the Most High about actions that you yourself have been taking throughout your years in public office. The hypocrisy. Okay? I wonder if we will see Joe Biden not make his full term. I just wonder. And thinking about full term, Her Majesty has been sick for a while. So that tells me that death is knocking at the door. Okay? Because if you have watched Her Majesty's life and progression, she hasn't been sick many times in her life. You know what I'm saying? Not many major battles of sickness in her life. You know, not saying that she's not strong enough to overcome it, because we don't want her to be removed at a time as this. We don't want her to be removed, because when she is removed, if you've been watching my videos, you would notice, when she is removed, this will remove one of the vanguards that has kept the AntiChrist from moving towards Jerusalem. Okay, it's one of the things that have kept him from moving towards Jerusalem, because she is the she is the defender of the faith, the mother of the Church of England. Okay, so we talked about that. This is for you Israelites. The federal government has a hate crime precedent. Okay? The federal government has a hate crime precedent. So you better change your speech. You better start using wise wisdom. You better stop calling the so-called white man the devil. And this for you Muslims too. Okay? They have a hate crime precedent now. What does that mean? That means they can start taking you to trial for hate crimes. For your speech. You understand? Because the rule of law is what you say can be used against you in the court of law. Okay? So you need I told you that 2 years ago. I reminded you that in 2020 that this was coming. You need to learn the way of the Mashiach, the way of Christ, how to draw people in and how to challenge the minds of the people spirit so that they can hear the three angels' message. I'm worried about this trucker convoy, Because if this trucker convoy turns into some type of coup de grace, or a strategic persona non grata blow, meaning that when they get there, they infiltrated by the FBI and the CIA, and it causes a problem with national security. Because if that's the infighting, right, that they will be that Joe Biden will be distracted with Homeland Security, CIA. If they are distracted with this infighting, right, that breaks out, bet to believe those missiles are coming, the United States will burn. Because Russia will have they will have a cover to go through with the rest of the plan. Now, I wasn't sure what Putin was going to do, but his speech last night told me exactly what he wants to do. And that is to put a buffer between Russia and NATO, and to keep Georgia, Belarus, and Ukraine from out of NATO sphere. That means is bringing. You don't necessarily want to occupy Ukraine or Georgia. He just wants to be able to have a say, a control, or Russia to have a say or control in what goes on in those areas. Okay? Own nothing and control everything. The Pope is ready to move. In the background, Laudato Si has been playing out. Once we see what unfolds after Passover, we will have to understand where we at in prophecy. We are in between the third and the fourth seal. The fourth seal is already open. We're just progressing through the fourth seal at the beginning stage, and the third seal is closing. We know this by oil going up. For it says, hurt not the oil, neither the wine. The oil, so commerce can still keep going, and the wine for your troubles and your ailments. But behind the scenes, the Pope has been moving. Laudato Si, Fratelli Tutti, and the agreements with Israel, Bahrain, Qatar, UAE, those things are still going on. We have the Iran agreement that still hasn't been agreed upon yet. We'll see what comes after that. I do not, because I listened to Nathali Bennett, I don't think that Israel is going to support the Iran deal. So even though the United States may sign a deal with Iran, Israel will find a way to sabotage it. China is ready to dump the dollar. China is steeped with Russia. They are holding hands, and China doesn't like what the United States is doing. China already told the United States, we're done with your hypocrisy. We done with you saying one thing and doing another. We done with your false flags, changing regimes, pushing people out and setting up puppet governments. We're done with it. If China, which I suspect they will, start dumping treasuries, bet to believe your dollar is finish. Last but not least, Europe has an energy problem. And the more they sanction Russia, the more energy problem that they will have. The United States will not be able to come to the rescue with their energy problem. Saudi Arabia will not be able to come to the rescue for Europe and their oil reserves. Because as soon as Saudi Arabia blinks, bet to believe Iran is on their doorsteps. Shalom.